EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley and Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. Tonight, it's the 272nd and final game of the regular season, and we've got a good one to finish things off, as it'll be the New Orleans Saints taking on the San Francisco 49ers. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a signal there for the fair catch, so this opening drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
Ready. Yellow, 22.
Now a first carry for their fullback. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. So, CD, this defense, they know that they have to be at their very best when they're taking on a team here that's in the midst of a winning streak that's now stretched over multiple months, not weeks, months.
I think the challenge they put upon themselves is we want to be the guys to end that streak. And what's working in their favor? The winning streak on the other side. Sometimes that carries a burden with it because they feel like they have to play perfectly as well. Let's just go out there and get them is the idea.
A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? Second and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. On 1st and 10, Kramer. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
Throwing on first down, Kramer. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get it down here to the 43. So the completion good for 7 there, and it's 2nd down. Looking to throw. Kramer. There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson. And he's going to be out of bounds down around the 35-yard line. They just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there. Well, whatever script they put together for this offensive drive, Charles, seems to be working. I'm curious to see if this defense will make any adjustments here.
Things certainly going according to plan, aren't they? I mean, the way they're advancing the football, it's like they're on the practice field having one of their better days. But instead, it's game day, and they're moving the ball downfield with purpose.
And an excellent job of finding the opening as he's got this now all the way down to the 22. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13.
Here we go, set. 52 blue.
Off play action. Kramer completing it to the right side. Johnson. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10. They'll get this down inside the 10 for a pickup of about 3.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, Defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
To throw on second down. Kramer, flush to his right. Oh, what was he thinking there? It's easily intercepted. And into the end zone, a pick six for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. So just a tremendous play there defensively on this opening drive, not just to make the interception, but to take it all the way home.
And it felt like this was a defense that was on its heels a bit to start this thing off.
Yeah, they pretty much let the other guys march right down the field until that moment.
Yeah, key play there, turned it all around. Big moment.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Even though they might not find the number 1 seed next to their name come playoff time, there's not going to be very many teams, if any, entering the playoffs on the kind of run they're on. They're hot.
And I love that word, hot, because every team in the league wants to go into the playoffs on that uptick. Because a lot of the time you serve notice to the rest of the league that, hey, we're the team you need to deal with. We're the team that's going to be a real problem for you. And if they can continue this streak, they could very well be that team and gain that confidence that they're seeking as they head to the playoffs.
And confidence, that's the word I would use from our meetings with them. They said we're playing our best football right now. It is showing.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that second down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. You look at this Niner defense. They were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
One thing you always look for when you're evaluating a defense, how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get? How about last week's game? The number was 6. Phenomenal performance.
Looking to throw on second down. Kramer. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. 50 catches for him now on the year, and he's got a first down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. The Saints with a football here to begin quarter number 2. As they've got it with a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Kramer. He gets this out wide to Gibbs. So the completion good for just 3. And it'll be second down.
And that's a good job there by the corner. We do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And oh, he coughed it up. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. A lot of talk this week about ball security, in fact, and now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
So from the 26-yard line, here's a 2nd down and 4. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Nice job there finding room to maneuver, and he worked his way into another 1st down. And look, they had great field position to start, but boy, they've done a nice job taking advantage of it.
Now they're just hoping to cap it off. Right back to him on 1st down. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Good job there keeping him to a short gain. Of course, he's coming off a really terrific performance, reigning NFC Defensive Player of the Week.
And I know people get caught up in, well, if you're the reigning Defensive Player of the Week, you must have made a bunch of spectacular plays. Like you mixed in a few of those, but most of the plays are just like we saw there. Keep them to short gains, make the fundamental tackle.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And the Saints are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going, and right now it's paying off with big chunks of yardage as shown by that last play.
Looking to throw. Kramer. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great effort there. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Saints are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
Come on, set. 10 cycles. 10 black. Ready, go.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down. Veteran running back like him, we've seen a lot of those chunk carries in his career.
And that's why you don't just look at his birth certificate and decide when a guy is done, right? Because you know as well as I do, in this league, as soon as you hit 30, they're looking to let you go if you're a running back. Sometimes there's a little tread left on the tires.
Ready.
So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. There they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. Through the middle of the field. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. 58 yards rushing for him now in his first 2 carries of the ball game. Nothing fancy there. A little smash mouth football right up the gut on the dive, and it turns into a huge play.
You talk about the fastest way to the secondary. Right up the gut as you described and sprinted into the secondary for a long, long run.
And he'll be stopped after a gain of only a couple down to the 15-yard line.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Here's 2nd and 8. Forced out to his left. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. A 15-yard touchdown run. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Extra point attempt here still to come. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. Fair catch going to be taken, and this will be moved out to the 25. getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And, Charles, you look at these two teams, these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games because here we've got two division leaders, both real contenders for the NFC title. And you're right, you love having easy games on your schedule, but you need some games like this to toughen you up a bit and ensure that you're ready for the shock of playoff football.
Hands it off out of the gun. And he'll be taken down with a first down as they get about 14 out of that one, and we go to the 2-minute warning. 14 yards is the pickup, first down, New Orleans. Back to throw. Kramer. Now they go screen. It's complete. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
They'll come up 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. Kramer throwing the out route incomplete. That's Richards. And they'll get this down to the 10. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Operating from the gun. Kramer got his man complete over the middle. It's Richards. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Here's 2nd and 3. Slot man moves right. On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. Now a handoff running through the middle. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. A great play there as the first half is winding down. And the Saints have a chance to tie the game here in the final seconds of the half. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he steps out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35. A big play there just before halftime. 44 yards. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. That is incomplete.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will finish off this third quarter of play. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
Okay, Coach, yeah, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far.
A field goal the difference. 17-14 is the score. Back underway here now in this third quarter.
No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They'll start on the ground here on first down.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. They run with Jackson out of the gun, and he powers his way up past the 30. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
That is caught, and he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving. They go play action here on first down. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
2nd down and 3.
Drop, 17.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he's taken down here by the Saints. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd. Back to throw. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team.
So holding on the return, and that's going to back him up to start the drive.
He was trying to get the job done correctly, just trying to clear a little space for his returner. Ended up getting a little too much jersey and hooked the guy, hence the flag.
A very costly holding penalty. It backs them up all the way inside their 10 to start this drive. Here's a give up the middle. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On 2nd down, here's Gibbs.
And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Back to throw. Kramer.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack.
They'll get this to the 24, and it's second down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And 3rd and 1 now.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion and would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down.
We ought to come up with a T-shirt and sell it that says, no indecision on 3rd and 1. And we didn't see it on that run, did we? Got his shoulders square, just got right into the line of scrimmage and picked it up.
Absolutely. Picked his lane, went with it, and converted. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll work this one up to about the 38.
44 yards rushing for him now to this point.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Final minute now of the 3rd quarter.
Hand off to Gibbs, headed right here.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
All right, so they got that one, Charles, against the center.
And let's remember how difficult it is for the center, because remember, he's got to snap the ball to put the play in motion, and sometimes you got that big guy on your nose. You got sometimes where he's coming at you at an angle. It's a difficult job for him to snap the ball and then execute his block.
Operating from the gun. Kramer throwing middle, and it's complete. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the 4th quarter.
Behind the chains, 2nd and 13.
Looking to throw. Kramer.
Oh, and that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his 2nd incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Kramer.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 33. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 down at the 33. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he'll get it down inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
Every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. On third down, they're going to run for it here.
What a great effort there. He's going to get this inside the 15, and they'll spot it at the 13-yard line. Nice run.
It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13. They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs.
And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 10 more there and another first down. This is a very impressive drive, especially when you consider where they started from to now be set up 1st and goal.
Yeah, and some nice running right there. That's what got them the first down. But at this point, I suggest open up your playbook. You can call just about what you want.
Gibbs fighting, but he won't get too far. Maybe a yard, that's all, down to the 2.
Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
All of a sudden, those lanes that were there earlier in the drive dry up near the goal line. That's a good job defensively to diagnose the run and stop it for a very short pickup.
And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A great effort there.
Hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Saints go coast to coast and finish the drive off with 6 points.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
The pressure is on now. They're being shut out here in the second half after a decent first half offensively. But they need their best drive of the game right here.
Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a really good gain right there. They pick up 5 yards halfway to a first down. The only problem now in the huddle, everyone's going to want to touch the football. Be a lot of chatter right now because they've seen that they can move the line of scrimmage.
And that one too wide and incomplete.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. On first down, he'll drop to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
And let's face it, you can put any Halloween costume on him. You're not going to be able to disguise him because for a tight end of his size, difficult to sneak him anywhere, but that's what they tried to do. Lined up on his right, tried to work his way back to his left, but just a minimal gain as the defense was able to react quickly.
The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11. Again, he'll drop to throw.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
And that is incomplete. All right, Charles, as a former defensive back, how disheartening to actually catch it but just not be able to stay in bounds there defensively.
Well, extremely, because you know the rap against us defenders is that we're frustrated offensive guys who can't catch. And he caught it. Just couldn't get his feet down in bounds. It's that second part that finished off the play for him.
On a bad time late for a poor throw. It's intercepted. And the Saints are going to take over at their own 28-yard line.
Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he will be stopped here for no gain, and then it's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Off the play fake, Kramer. And a throw right sideline is complete. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. 2nd down. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. Now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he'll be stopped well short. Only 2 yards there. 4th and 3.
Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
And oh, that one nearly intercepted. That would have sealed it. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
He's back to throw.
Jackson with a catch.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds.
If you've been waiting all day for this Sunday nighter's been worth the wait. It's 3rd down here. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a 49ers 1st down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. Throwing left side, it's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. He's got his tight end on the corner route. It's complete. This offense cannot stop the clock now. No timeouts remaining as they come up here 1st down. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Back to throw.
And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10.
This one came right down to the wire, and CD, they had that one final chance to try to navigate their way into the end zone, but couldn't get it done to avoid the loss.
Yeah, and how about the defense there? Because while they had one final look at the end zone, the defense made sure they knew what they were doing on the last play, executed it flawlessly, and no flags. Because remember, if there's a defensive penalty, there's one play left in the game that the offense gets. They didn't allow that to happen.
So for the Saints,
they finish oh so close to perfection in the regular season, but this win in the final weekend gives them a final mark of 16-1.
And now they'll have the week off as they get set to go after a Super Bowl title. Meanwhile, for the Niners,
they had bigger things on their mind, apparently, the playoffs, as they will finish the regular season with a 14-3 mark.
And they'll get their shot at playoff football as they'll be on the road next week as a wild card. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say good night from Silicon Valley.